Yarny friends, this is Stephanie with Stephanie's Yarn Escape. Thank you for joining me today for episode number 77. This is a crochet podcast where I take you on my yarny adventure and hope that you find some sort of inspiration. So grab your favorite beverage, prop those feet up because you deserve to, and enjoy what I have to share. So I am a week off from my regular schedule of recording episodes every other week. It's been a little busy, school starting up. So it's okay. I'm just kind of going with the flow. Lots of things are going on right now, and I'm just letting it happen. When I can, I can. So I have lots to share with you guys today. Some whips, some finished objects, lots of fun stuff. I got out a really old whip, which I'm excited to share with you guys. For those that have followed me for a while, will recognize it once I show it to you guys. I believe I have a new whip. Well, it was a whip that I changed my mind on and started it again, if that makes any sense. So yes, let's get right into it, shall we? So the first whip I want to share with you guys is living in this bag right here. In it is my corner to corner, join as you go, plaid blanket. I did one very similar to this recently, and it was a dark red, pink and white one. Turned it, made it a plaid effect. Turned out gorgeous, love it. So I decided to start a new one. Because I had to have something very easy going where I can just, because some days I just don't feel like focusing on anything complicated. If you hear thunder, we're getting a pretty big storm here in central Pennsylvania. So it's pouring down rain right now. It's thundering outside. So if you hear thunder, that's what's happening. But anyways, yes, I have to have something easy going because I simply, like I said, just don't want to work on something complicated some days. My Knit Night girls, we do a lot of talking. Sometimes I feel like I do too much talking for my part, but do a lot of talking, and so I don't want to focus on something. I just want to crochet and talk. So I have to have something easy going on, and this is the project that I'm choosing for those kind of days. So here's the start of it. You really don't see the plaid effect yet because it's only 4 colors. And I think the last time I showed you guys, I just had 1 square. So I have a couple more squares going and half a square. Excuse me. So once I get moving on it a little bit more, you're going to see the plaid effect and it's going to be really pretty. But the black, gray, and white is like a big thing. So I think this is perfect. I like the black, gray, and white colors right up my alley. So I got one of those going. And this yarn is very nice. I really like it. I used this yarn in a previous project. The Grafgan that I did, the Let It Snow. I did, I believe I finished it off at the beginning of the year, I believe. I had some leftover yarn. I did end up purchasing another skein of 2 of the colors because I think I'm going to run out. But that's okay because I would like it a decent size. So that's the start of that. And the yarn I'm using is this Big Twist Classic. It is 690 yards, 5 bulky, 100% acrylic. And this is white. And then I have some gray. I may have to buy, I bought black and white. And black. I definitely need more black, and I bought some white. I have quite a bit of gray. I'm hoping it gets me through. I'm not sure, but if I need to, I'll go back and purchase the gray as well too. But those 3 colors there are making up that blanket here. So I can't wait to move this along. It's a bulky, it's a fluffy bulky, so very nice, very soft. Really like it. Definitely recommend that. But that's one whip so far happening. The next whip is my Attack of the Amigurumi 2022. For those that have been following me for a while, this is my second year of doing Attack of the Amigurumi. Last year I started it. Every month is a different theme of amigurumi. Sometimes I do like a broad theme where you can pick just about anything. Or I do like a specific, like everybody make a unicorn kind of thing. This month is lions, tigers, and bears oh my. So you can make an amigurumi that fits in any one of those three animals. I have not started mine. I am still working on last month. Yes, I am. I do have a plan what I want to do for this month, and we're at the 21st of the month. We're creeping up on the end, but that's okay. Majority of the time am behind on finishing my amigurumi in that month, but that's okay because I'm not after the prize. So yes, I'm very behind. Even the one amigurumi that I'm working on was for another theme of the month earlier in the year. I'm loving seeing everyone's amigurumis. I didn't bring the prize with me today for this month's theme, but if you check out my Facebook, I have all the details listed there of the prizes and the themes and stuff. So mine is still from July. I am almost done. I'm hoping to finish him soon so I can start August themes because there's a tiger I want to do. So I am doing a dragon. This is Dexter the Dragon. By Jen's Crafty Creations. I purchased the pattern on Etsy. So he's a decent size. And let me tell you why he's taking me so long. Because I'm holding 2 strands of yarn together. The pattern originally uses like blanket yarn or that parfait chunky, I believe. Some of that soft, thick yarn. It doesn't work well with my hands. I can use some chunkier yarn, but that blanket yarn just is not a fan of my hands. So I decided to hold 2 strands of yarn together, and it's still not cooperating with my hands. It's just the thickness of it. It gets to me. But I didn't want him to be small if I use just 1 strand of 4-weight yarn. So I'm sucking it up. I'm almost done. This was the hardest part getting through with the 2 strands together. It was definitely hard. It was a struggle. I really had to mentally be ready to work on the body, but now it's done, and I'm just now working on his pieces. So, but he has a lot of parts that I'm going through. So this is the start of him, his head and his body. I have, what do I have here? These are I have 2 arms or 2 legs. They're both, the pattern for both the arms and the legs are the same, worked up the same way. So these could be arms or legs, but I have 2 of those. I have his nose done with the little things, and I have his belly patch. So I don't have a printout of the pattern. I've been using Knit Companion quite a bit. Lately, I haven't been printing out my patterns. Excuse me. So I have them loaded on my Knit Companion on my phone. So I just been using my phone. I still prefer the hard copy of patterns because simply like on the phone, it's the pain in the butt. But I'm doing it lately because these patterns I've been using are multiple pages, and I just don't feel like printing them out. I just been loading them on the Knit Companion. Works just fine. So yeah, here's his belly patch. So I got parts. I need 2 more legs. I need some horns. He has wings too, I believe. Yes, he has wings. So still got to do those. And I think he has a tail too. Can't remember. So I still have quite a few parts, but we're getting there piece by piece, right? So the yarn I'm using for that is some of this Loops and Threads Impeccable. This is the color Grass. It's a 4-weight, 100% acrylic, and there is 285 yards. So that is the main color of the dragon, and the other color, like his belly patch and his wings and stuff, is this gray color, which is pale gray. And I'm holding 2 strands of that together as well, too. Excuse me. So that's coming along slowly. Like I said, I really have to be ready to work on it. The holding 2 strands together is not my favorite thing in the world, but he's turning out really cute, so I'm willing to suck it up and deal with it. So that's okay. Now, the next whip that I have is living in this very special bag made by one of my knit knife friends, Lori. So inside is a very special project, and this is another Amigurumi, and this was supposed to be fitting for another theme earlier in the year that if you guys have been following me for a little bit, you'll remember what's in this bag. It's the red panda, and I was just fighting with myself about this pattern. My daughter requested a red panda with certain specifications, and I attempted to design. I bought a pattern. I went back to trying to design it, and then bought another pattern. Like, I just went back and forth for months, and I think I finally figured out what I want to do. So I showed it to you guys, I believe the last episode, and I'm going with that one. It's a pattern that I purchased off of Etsy. It is Milan the Red Panda by Yarny, and I think this is the winner. So I have the head done, and of all the other patterns I've tried, I couldn't get past the head because I just wasn't liking, because there's white on the cheeks, and I wanted it to turn out a certain way, and this is what I want. So this, I think, is the winner. So I have the head all done. I like it. It's a good size. I think initially in her pattern, she uses smaller yarn, or a thinner yarn, so it's much smaller. But I'm using a 4-weight yarn, and my daughter likes her stuffed animals cuddle. Like, she likes to cuddle with them. So she likes hers a little bit bigger. So I have the head done, which has the color work for the white parts of the cheeks. You work it in. Very similar to Grafgans, switching out the colors. Inside, it's a knotty mess. So you don't have to weave in the ends. You just tie the knots together so they don't come out and is part of the filling inside. So you don't have to weave in the ends. So I'm enjoying the color work with the Amigurumi. The first time I've done color work with Amigurumi was an owl I made earlier in the year, and I really enjoyed it. I was a little intimidated by it. I've done color work with blankets. I've done quite a few Grafgans in my time, and I really enjoy it, but I never done it in Amigurumi before, and it's not that bad. I don't mind it at all. It's more of a pain in the butt when you're just doing little sections, like 3 stitches one color, 4 stitches another, yada, yada, yada. But it's okay. It all works out. You don't have to worry about weaving in all the ends and stuff. And I also have 2 ears, which are also color work. So, and then it's got the orange on the back. I did mess up the ears compared to what the pattern told me, but I made them both match, and they both are fine. So they worked for me. So 2 ears are done. And that's all I have done for that. The yarn I'm using is, I love this yarn. This one here, it's a 4 medium, 100% acrylic, and there is 355 yards. I love this yarn. Is one of my new favorites. Many reasons. The colors that they have available, tons of them. And it's very soft, very nice to work with. So it works for blankets and Amigurumi. It's a win-win in my book. So this is becoming more and more of a staple in my collection. So yes, I'm trying to get more colors added to it very slowly. This is the color Terracotta. And then I'm using some white, which has fallen apart in my bag, but I don't need very much white. So yes, this is a very used skein with very little left, but I don't need very much. And then the other color you're going to see in this red panda is this color here. My daughter picked out the colors exactly of what she wanted. She told me where she wanted them placed. and all that. So I have all the details down to a T of what she wants. I just got to create it. This is Craft Smart yarn, Craft Smart value. It's 100% acrylic, 4 medium, 354 yards, and this is the colorway Wine. So, yeah, these colors are going to make up, this is majority of the panda with the touches of the white. So it's going to be cute when it's done. She's been patiently waiting for it. And she was just asking about it the other day, actually. She's like, how's my red panda coming? So very slowly, but I'm getting there. She's like, okay. She's patiently waiting, which I appreciate. And I'm hoping to have it for her soon. Her birthday is coming up, so I'm hoping to have it ready for her birthday. If not, it's okay. She's been waiting all this time for it. And yeah, it'll get done when it gets done. But I'm hoping to have it for her in the next couple weeks. So, which means I got to work on it more, right? Yes. So another whip that I'm working on is living in another El Grey bag. Now, this hat I showed you guys on the last episode with this sprightly yarn, this gray marled yarn. Very pretty. This was gifted to me by Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy. She gifted me this yarn last Christmas, and I love it because, of course, gray all the way, right? So I started a baby hat with it, and I showed it to you guys in my last episode. Well, I have since torn out that baby hat because it has wool in it. I try not to make things with wool in it for skin sensitivity for babies, brand new babies. Other people do, and it's perfectly okay. I personally do not. So I decided to rip that out and make a bigger kid hat. This is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It's a 4 worsted. There's 216 yards in this skein here. She gifted me 2 skeins. And this is the colorway Poplar. So I started a new hat with it because, like I said, I didn't want to do a baby hat with it with the wool in it. So I'm doing a bigger kid hat. And here it is so far. This is the Danny Double Brimmed Beanie by Ruby Webbs. Now, in the pattern, and this is also a pay-for pattern off of Etsy, I believe. I think. I get a lot of patterns off of Etsy. So, in the pattern, she has you folding the brim up over. So she has you fold the brim up and you still have your hat out here. So that means you got to do a lot more of this work here to make it the right size. I like it like this. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to work it to the size that I need, to the length that I need, and then put a pom-pom on it. It's got this gorgeous texture. It's not the alpine stitch, but there's front post double crochets, or is it treble? I think it's double. I can't remember. So it gives it nice texture. It's very thick and squishy. This yarn is definitely works very well with this pattern, and I really like it. So yeah, that's in the progress right now. I like it. Now, I'm very excited to start a new hat. I really want to get this done because I have the yarn pulled, and I'll give you a sneak peek for another hat. And I really want to get it going. So, because I'm really excited about it because of the colors. So, anyway, once I get this one done, because I don't want to get ahead of myself, because if I start that one and really, really love it, make a whole bunch, this is never going to get done. And I want to get it done. So, right here. Working on that, the sprightly yarn. Very nice yarn. I really like it. It's very nice to work with. And the color's absolutely gorgeous. Right? What else am I working on? Well, I pulled out a very old whip. I did. And then it's living in this gorgeous, another El Grey bag. it's living in this bag. This bag, I think, was my very first bag from Lori. And it is absolutely perfect. It's bright. It's me. It fits me perfectly in my colors that I enjoy. And there's a project for me inside. I started this a long time ago, and I'd have to look back and see. And I've shown you guys this project. So if you've been around for a really long time, you're going to recognize this project, and you may even remember what's inside this project. But I made a blanket for like our house recently, and I don't make myself a whole lot of stuff. Or my daughter a whole lot of stuff. She gets to keep some of the amigurumi and stuff that don't meet my expectations. She has a sweater that I made her a long time ago that still, it was oversized for, like, she's still slowly growing into it. Like, and she's probably about maxed out on it fitting her for much longer. But other than that, like, I don't have, like, stuff that I specifically made for me or us or the house. So after I made the blanket with the latte cakes that I recently made, the V-stitch blanket that's for our house, I was like, I need to have something for me or my daughter, or, you know, well, I have the red panda for her, but, you know, it just, I don't have anything for me. And I've never made myself a sweater. And I vowed years ago when I started this that I was going to have a sweater for myself, and I want to make some more sweaters for myself. So I pulled back out my Blurred Lines sweater that I started many moons ago. So this is a pay-for pattern off of Ravelry. This is the Blurred Lines sweater. So cute. I think I started this 2 years ago, if I remember right. I've never made a pullover sweater. Recently, I made one for a baby, but I've never made an adult one. I don't even think I made an adult cardigan before. I've never made myself a cardigan. I never made one for anybody. I've made kids cardigans and stuff like that, but I've never made something with such small yarn for myself. Let's just say that. So here it is so far. Now, I must say, it was not easy to go back to a pattern you haven't touched for a very long time and figure out what's going on. Because, like, I have stitch markers in places for things, and I'm like, thankfully I took notes on what's happening, so I was able to refer to it and finally refresh myself with what's happening. So here it is so far. I put a few rows on it. I have a stitch marker from when I last showed you guys. So I put a few rows on it. So right now I'm currently just going round and round. This sweater is by no means perfect, but it's for me. And so I really don't care if it's perfect or not. I've screwed up in a couple spots. Don't know what I was thinking. Right here, I apparently crocheted in the back loop only, I believe. Like, I don't know. I'm not going back and fixing it because look how far I am. So I really like this pattern. I like this yarn. It's super soft. I cannot wait to have this done, but it's not a priority of mine. But I would hopefully like to have it for this year. And I have a couple other sweaters saved that I'd like to make myself and add to my wardrobe. So throwing in a sweater for myself here and there, it's okay, right? Like I said, there it is so far. The yarn I'm using for this is very nice. I am using some of this Amazing Lace by Lion Brand. There's 1,017 yards on one of these cakes. It's a super fine one, 70% acrylic, 30% nylon. And this is the colorway Eyelet Gray. And then the green I'm using is called Mesh Sage. Same yarn. So, yeah. These two colors make it up. I took the label off because I'm working from the outside. Typically I don't do that, but for this project I did when I started it. And then this is the gray I'm using. I have enough of both. But I think I bought the gray, an extra thing of gray just in case. And I think I may even have an extra sage green up there as well too, just in case. I'm not sure. But this yarn is very nice. Very soft. I really like it. And I cannot wait to have this done so I can have it in my wardrobe. It's going to be so soft. So, that's coming along quite nicely. I can't wait. I think I even the other night when I was trying it on, I worked on it one evening. I only get the crochet when my daughter goes to bed. That's the only time I crochet. I can't really focus on things when she's running around because, you know, she needs your attention or something like that. You know, there's something going on. I can't sit down for long periods of time. And I think when I pulled it out, when I decided to finally pull it out because it needs love again, I tried it on as best as I could and it was fitting me. So, yay. So, we'll see how it goes. Took a little bit of time to figure out what was happening, thankfully for notes and stuff like that. So, I'm getting there. I think I have a little bit more before I start doing some more shaping, I believe. So we'll see. But yeah, that's it so far. It's going to take a while. It is very small. It's a fine yarn. So you can work on it for a while and it doesn't look like you've made very much progress. But like I said, this is for me. So there's no pressure. No pressure. Maybe I'll have it for next year for fall time. I don't know. I don't think I'll have it this year. So we shall see. But that's coming along quite nicely. So this I declared as my project bag for things for me. Sweaters. I do want to do more sweaters for myself in the future after I'm done with this one. But this is my, for me, sweater bag. As of right now. So. What else do I have going on? Well, that's all the WIPs I've been working on. Now, I have 2 finished objects. And you may have already seen these if you watched No Filter Fibercast that Christy and I do on her YouTube channel. We do a live, usually late at night is when we do it, approximately 9:30. Her and I do a No Filter Fibercast where we have projects that you only see on there. But once we finish them, we bring them over here to our own episodes to share with you guys. So I have 2 things done. We have the Baby Along, which we recently announced has been extended. So I have some projects finished for that. And the first completed object is this little baby pullover sweater. It's the cutest. So this is the Kensington sweater by Janet B. I did have some issues with my pattern. It was a good pattern, but my sizing is way off. And I thought it was me, but I don't think it's me. I'm actually going to probably contact her and ask her for some assistance because I did the 6-month stitch count and this is fitting 0 to 3. But if you have a chunky 3-month-old, this is not going to fit. So, yeah. But it's the cutest thing. I really, really think it's cute. Now, it's got these buttons on the back, so you can unbutton it because babies' heads are bigger, not proportionate to the bodies. So you have these buttons on the back that you can unbutton, and so you can pull it over the baby's head with ease. No issues there, but, so yeah. I think it turned out cute. The yarn I used for it is Karen Simply Soft because that's what she also used in the pattern. I was like, oh, well, I gotta get this pattern because it's right up my alley. Like, I have tons of Karen Simply Soft. But I must say, like, it was one of my favorites for many, many years. It's still one of my favorites, but I love this yarn. It's starting to take over. So, yes. Karen Simply Soft in the color black. It's a 4 medium, 100% acrylic, and there's 315 yards. And this is the second skein that I used. Now, they were both partial skeins, so I couldn't tell you how much I really used. But yes. But wait, there's more. I also did a matching headband. I fluff it up a little bit here. Look how cute that is. So this is a little bow. I have it written down. I think this is the, since I did the 0 3 month sweater, this is fits a baby 0 3 months. So I think this turned out so stinking cute. It's a little matching bow headband. This was a free tutorial on YouTube by Craftsy Creations on YouTube. And I really like this. I'm going to make some more of these to match some of the other little baby sweaters I hope to make. So, yeah, I think it turned out super cute. But, yeah. I'm doing a, if you don't watch No Filter, I'm doing a cow print corner-to-corner blanket, which won't be done for a little while, but this was supposed to be with a whole set. If I list it on my Etsy as a whole set, I'm not sure. But I probably will see. But I thought that was the cutest thing ever. But that's all I have, I believe. Yep, that's it. So I do have a yarn stash enhancer coming out soon. And I know I said, that you probably won't be seeing very many of those. And they've been few far in between. But I had to get some things. And I think I do have to get a couple more things. I have a project that I want to start very, very soon for next year's local fair. So I'm hoping to get that started. I'm going to sit down and do some math, figure out what I need to do to get it done on time, because I missed the deadline this year by a few days. I didn't realize there was a deadline to enter things. In years past, I've only entered once, but you just basically had to take it down the first day to the fair, which is free day. And you had to take it down and you fill out some papers and then it got entered. Well, this year there was like a cutoff date of like the week before. You had to fill out the papers and turn it in. So I missed it. I didn't realize that. So that's okay. But I picked a new project for next year for the local fair to enter in. I'm not entering it just like, I'm entering it for me. I want the big purple ribbon, the best in show. So I'm after the ribbon. You don't get like big grand prizes or anything, like tons of money. You get a few dollars if you place. That is it. But that big purple ribbon is what I'm after. The last thing that I entered was a fox blanket. It says dream big and it was a fox. It's so cute. I got second place and they put comments on there, but they didn't like the border I put on it. They are very tough judges, apparently. But I put a ribbed border on it, and it was not appreciated. It still was liked, but it got me second place. So that's okay. So I want to try a new blanket. So hopefully, soon I make another trip to Hobby Lobby to get the colors that I need for that. But in the meantime, plenty of projects on the move. Yes. Other than that, that's all I have to share. So look out for the next Yarn Stash Enhancer video. And I hope you all have a fabulous week. And remember to keep that yarn running through those fingers. I'll talk to you later. Bye.